Joe Biden and Kamala Harris did a joint interview where they were asked about Republicans who have not come out and publicly congratulated Joe Biden on his victory and winning, the presidential election. Now, MSNBC invited a senior advisor from the Lincoln Project and one of the former Republican National Committee chairmen onto their show to talk about it. Let's see what they had to say.
Have been more than several sitting Republican senators who privately called me and congratulated me. And I understand the situation they find themselves in. And until the election is clearly decided in the minds where the Electoral College votes, they get put in a very tough position.
Here with us again is Baratunde Thurston, author, activist, comedian, and former producer for The Daily Show with Trevor Noah. He's now the host of the podcast, How to Citizen, along with Michael Steele, former chairman of the Republican National Committee, former lieutenant governor of Maryland, and now the host of the Michael Steele podcast and a senior advisor for the Lincoln Project. Gentlemen, always good to see you. So Joe Biden, Michael, saying that a lot of Republicans have called him privately to congratulate him on the election. I imagine there are a lot of people out there who are pulling their hair out saying, why can't they say it publicly? After all, he won.
Yeah, I understand it, and that frustration that goes with that. But it's the delicacy of where the party is right now, and how do these Republicans try to move forward with Donald Trump as an ever-present afterthought? Quite honestly, as a former president, which he'll be in a month and a half, as well as trying to figure out how to work with the new administration. Keep in mind, a lot of these Republicans will be on the hot seat in 2022, a lot of them running in marginal states for them, states that, are slightly purple. And so they've got to figure out how to navigate this walk.
I'm sick and tired of the Democratic establishment. Joe Biden, Kamala Harris, Barack Obama, MSNBC, CNN, all of them. I'm sick of all of them. These networks, MSNBC and CNN, they keep talking about, empathy. And, they had John Kasich on CNN the other day. Democrats need to listen to Republicans. It's like these networks have gone fully Republican apologist at this point. You know what? No, I can't even say Republican. They've gone full far-right apologist at this point. I'm sorry. If you're not going to come out and say Joe Biden won the election, when Joe Biden won the election, and you're content to let things just go and not say anything, you're just as bad as the people who are on the far right. And you know what? You're worse. Because at least far-right people will come out, and even though it's a coup and they're trying to steal the election from Joe Biden, they'll come out and say, there was voter fraud, the election was rigged. At least they believe in something. These Republican senators don't believe in anything. Nothing. These Republican House members don't believe in anything. They just want to control their power. And they're like, if I say something, I might lose Trump votes. But if I don't say something, people will say I'm with Trump. Maybe I'll get reelected in 2022. Is that all you care about? All you care about is getting reelected? And then MSNBC, who do they bring on to discuss these topics? They bring on a senior advisor for the Lincoln Project, and they bring on the former Republican National Committee chairman. So no, they don't want to hear from the left. They're not going to bring on a Bernie Sanders or AOC or anybody of that nature to talk about this interview. They're going to bring on full right-wing people. Now, in fairness, I think the senior advisor is he's actually a Democrat working with the Lincoln Project. But still, the Lincoln Project is mostly Republicans. It's a Republican thing. It's a Republican project. This is who you bring on to discuss these things. And basically, they're like, I understand why Joe Biden voters might feel some type of way. But you have to think, these people need to hold on to their power and get reelected. Yeah, so I totally understand why they would not come out and say anything. Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. It's just, at this point, it's just sad how MSNBC is becoming like a right-wing apologist network, basically. Like, it's like they're doing a parody of Fox News, almost. That's what it feels like to me watching this. And then Joe Biden, we need to promote unity, so let me go out and say I understand the people who tried to steal the election from me. Because they did congratulate me over the phone privately, but public they said something else or not anything at all, but privately. These people are trying to steal the election from you. These people are organizing a coup against you. Right now, Donald Trump is trying to get state legislators in Pennsylvania and in Georgia to overturn the results of the election. That's what he's trying to do. People are suggesting that Donald Trump call in the military and declare martial law so that he can suspend the Constitution and have another election. And meanwhile, these Republicans, and quite frankly, even some Democrats, sit by and say and do nothing. But then what can I expect? Because your Vice President, Kamala Harris, did a fist bump with the guy who was trying to illegally throw out good votes in the state of Georgia. So much that his Republican colleague had to come out and speak against him. She gives this guy a fist bump. So you know what? Honestly, I understand how this goes. The Democratic Party is the weakest party in American history. The current party is the weakest party in American history. And they can't stand up for themselves. All they can do is fawn over Republicans. Like Republicans who do the right thing. Like Mitt Romney saying, oh my God, Mitt Romney, he believes in democracy. He said Biden won. Oh, this is American unity. And then the ones who don't say it, I understand. I get it. I know they want to win the re-election. Trump has a lot of power. So they're trying to figure out how to proceed. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. Only in this country do we value getting elected over doing the right thing. I'll say it. Like, most countries, you have to actually do something for the people. You have to actually represent the people. Not here. Not here. All you have to do is represent yourself, represent your colleagues in Washington and your big donors, and you're sure to get in office. But this is ridiculous. This is sad. MSNBC is basically becoming the right-wing apologist network at this point. It's sad.